It's Backsea's Musical Podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Bax, and welcome back to Backsea's Musical Podcast. You know, whenever somebody asks me to name the greatest band that I've ever seen live, I usually don't need more than 2.3 seconds to blurt out the name Fishbone. The problem is, I've seen Fishbone 10, maybe 12 times. So if you ask me which one was the best show, that's when things get tough. I've seen them in small clubs. I've seen them in enormous arenas. I've seen them in 20,000-seat amphitheaters. Trust me when I tell you that no band could destroy a crowd of any size in any room greater than Fishbone. None. And I mean none have ever come close. In short, this was a band without classification and, in my opinion, without equal. Fishbone was a stunning combination of ska, punk, funk, soul, swing, metal, R&B, and marching band music. This was a band that could be exhilarating, hilarious, deadly serious, and tackling such topics as racism and social justice, unity, brotherhood. Were they and are they still a mixed bag? For some people, but for me, they were just Fishbone. Fishbone, at their very best, were maybe the greatest band in America. This was a band that didn't rely on gimmicks. There weren't any explosions. Nobody breathed fire or spit blood. Nothing was ever set on fire, at least as I could tell. It was just a band that was built on unbelievable talent, adrenaline, and a desire to be unlike anybody else. And while Fishbone has certainly gone through its share of lineup changes over the years, the two remaining pillars of Fishbone continue to be bass player Norwood Fisher and Angelo Moore, who might just be the greatest frontman that I've ever seen. From Fishbone to his other band, The Brand New Step, Angelo Moore is a man whose boundless energy, talent, and passion have kept him making music, poetry, and art since 1985. This is one big fish I've been hoping to reel in for a really long time. With new music on the way from both bands and his participation in the upcoming David Bowie tribute tour with Adrian Belew and Todd Rundgren, which is coming to the Cabot Theater in Beverly, Mass. On October 20th and the College Street Music Hall in New Haven on the 21st of October. These are very busy times for Angelo. So to pull him away from his busy schedule for a half hour was a real thrill. This is my conversation with Dr. Mad Vibe himself, Angelo Moore from Fishbone on Backsea's Musical Podcast. Angelo, how's that? Can you hear me okay?
All right, I can hear you back.
That's beautiful. I have to say, this is probably like the second or third time I've ever interviewed somebody on a train, showing that the train is full and everyone's looking at you.
Not really. I mean, the lounge car is full of people, that's for sure. This really chubby fat girl, came up and insisted that she read tarot cards for me. But she wouldn't let me touch the cards.
Well, that's not right.
No, it's not. But, people got their own. I was just like, well, let me just check her style out and check her technique and see where she's going with this. So,
what did you learn?
What did I learn? Well, I learned that it was something a little valuable out of it. I don't quite know what because, she was kind of like on like a run-on sentence thing. She already had the whole thing recorded in her mind anyway. She's got her own spirit. Man, sometimes when you meet people who are a little disconnected, they just be talking to that whole other voice in their head, But at the same time, they're still connected a little bit to reality. I gave her $5, man.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
She said she needed to get some food, and, I could tell she's kind of homeless and shit, too.
As long as she's not telling you any bad news.
Oh, well, it was a little bad news in there, too, but the majority of it was good.
Good. So I got to tell you, I've been listening to the Brand New Step like the last 2 weeks. The new stuff, old stuff, and I freaking love it. It's so damn good. It's exactly what I was expecting to hear from Angelo Moore. It's exactly what I was hoping to get from you.
It's got the disco ball on it, don't it?
It does, and it's so. I've had centuries of heat stuck in my head since the second I heard it, and
that's right.
What a beautiful, great song that is. And
dude, yeah, and it's got the video too.
Yep.
I think that video's got a disco ball in it. My daughter's in there. It's got some really good relevant content going on, and it's got a really good beat, man, a good dance beat. See, That's what I like about the brand new step. The brand new step, I can bring out my inner hippie as well as my disco danitario
Yes.
manifestation. You know.
Well, it does all that stuff, and it's you can hear the jazz influences in it, very accessible. But the thing that I'm really happy about is that this clearly gives you an opportunity to really express every bit of you. And I know when you're in a band for a long time, it's sometimes hard to express exactly what you want because you're kind of confined to a band. But this sounds like this is coming straight from your heart, and I think that's why I loved it so much.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because the brand new step enables me to address a lot of light subjects, like more like on the spiritual, metaphysical side of who I am. Fishbone's pretty dark. The Missing Links are pretty dark. The brand new step is like it brings out the inner hippie in me.
I can definitely see that in a song like Soul Searchers.
Yes,
absolutely. So tell me what's going on with the brand new step. You messaged me before about this Scott Tember shows at the Rickshaw step. Tell me about what's going on there.
Right, the Scott Tember show at the Rickshaw. So that's happening on the 29th. That's this Thursday, right? This Thursday. Let me make sure, man, because when I was doing my post a couple of times yesterday, I said the wrong goddamn date, man. I said the 26th, but I'm a little dyslexic, so it's on the 29th is what it is.
Well, it sounds. Yeah. I mean, it sounds awesome. Now, are you going to be on the road with the brand new step for a while, or are you just doing a handful of shows right now?
Well, it's just this one show, but then hopefully, man, when we can get the booking agent in place, we can get more shows on the calendar. Is what I'd like to happen. Because we got a lot of content we've been piling up for a good while.
Yeah, no, I think any Fishbone fan, any Angelo Moore fan is going to love this stuff. If they haven't heard it yet, it's really, really great.
Oh, dude, I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud of it, and all the videos, man. We got like a shitload of videos on YouTube. We're 2 albums deep. We got some pretty good singles too, and collaborations with some different people, man.
Yeah, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, that was pretty cool. I heard that right. On Bandcamp. That's awesome.
Del did one on what was it? The one that we did about Standing Rock, Rebellion, right? So it's called Rebellion, and that was a single called Rebellion with Del the Homo Sapien on there.
Yeah, very, very cool.
And then one with Butterscotch, we redid the Make Me Wanna Holler. Throw up both my hands. Come on, help me out. Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, yes. Yeah. I saw Fishbone 10 times in the 1980s. I think I met you once or twice. And I'm sure a million people have told you that, and I'm sure our meeting was quite unforgettable. But nevertheless, in the 56 years that I've been alive, I have never, and I mean this with every shred of my existence, I have never seen a better live band in my life than Fishbone. Every shred. I've never seen.
Oh my God, a lot of shreds, man.
Listen, I'm not a small guy. I mean, that's a shitload of shreds right there. One of the most amazing performances I saw you guys, and I saw you guys in small clubs. I saw you guys in arenas. The one that I remember the most is you opened for the Violent Femmes at Summerfest in Milwaukee. I forgot what year this was. This goes way, way back. And you mopped the floor with that place. I mean, people were in a freaking flop sweat after you guys.
The Violent Femmes, right?
The Violent Femmes, and you guys finish up. Everyone's just just can barely catch their breath. And the Violent Femmes come on stage and they're dicking around with Blister in the Sun. It was like, I felt so bad for those guys. Like, how does any band say to themselves, hey, what would be a great idea? Let's have Fishbone open up for us, and then let's see how we do. Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? I think that may have hurt us a lot, too. And I think about it in the past. It's like, okay, don't nobody want to go on after Fishbone. Hell, don't nobody want to have Fishbone on the bill and shit. So we just ended up having to just have all our own tours, just headline tours, because of that factor right there.
Yeah. It may have hurt you in some ways, but I think having the ability to headline soon after that, when it became very obvious that no one could follow a band this great live. It did expose you to a lot of different kinds of audiences.
Yeah, it did, I guess, huh? Man, it's been one big blur to me, man. It's been a long blur.
I'm sure it has. I mean, this is a band you've been in since you were 14, 15 years old. I mean, you were just a child when you guys started this.
Yep, since 1979.
Jesus.
So that being said, from 79 up until now, man, the band has done a lot of just being reborn and dying and reborn again and dying and reborn. And so during these whole periods of just reincarnation, man, the brand new step is one of the things that has formulated during one of Fishbone's reincarnation periods, man, and a brand new step, and a brand new step it is, because I get to manifest certain songs and ideas that doesn't happen in Fishbone.
Yeah,
I get to do it with the brand new step, and it's really good to be able to have that too as an artist, man. You always need to have that space to make changes in your art and expand with your art. And sometimes personal differences in artistic views clash to the point to where we can't manifest things sometimes, and then you end up waiting. And so while you're waiting, thank God that there are some other people that you see eye to eye with, that you can collaborate and produce through that.
It's interesting you bring it up, because I literally just watched the Everyday Sunshine documentary, probably for like the fourth or fifth time, just the other day. And there's a scene in there with you and Norwood discussing your creative differences. You want to do one thing, he wants to do another. Neither one of you are communicating all that well about it. But when I hear the brand new step, just like I said, I think whenever you're in a band and you're all kind of focused on one thing, it can be very restrictive for an artist to just focus on the one thing when there's so much more to discover. And whether that's your own music or the Dr. Mad Vibe stuff or whatever it may be, there's other things that's in you that need to be thrown out. It's got to be very liberating to be out there doing stuff it's you, and you sink or swim, but it's still your stuff.
Yeah, and I am so thankful about that, man. I'm thankful for that, full of gratitude. That's one of the songs on the record, Gratitude. It's a video. I got actually a video for that, man. I saw this Nancy Wilson video, this black and white one, and I was like, that's it. That's how I want this brand new step video to be. I want it to be old style, black and white, and just focus on me giving thanks, for that opportunity, that second opportunity, man.
Right. Are you looking at releasing a new record, like a new full-length record with a brand new step, or is it just singles at this point?
Well, it's singles at this point until we can stack up enough songs that we feel are good for a record. But until then, we've just been doing singles, man. Like Soul Searcher. Soul Searcher is the last single that we put out, and still trying to make a video for that one.
Well, it is great to hear you do that stuff. It's really fantastic. And I don't know how much more ask us than I can really do for you.
Oh, dude. Well, man, I appreciate it, man. I tell you, we just got to let all these people that are hearing this show right now,
yeah,
they need to come down to the rig shop. They need to get tickets, man.
Yeah.
They need to get tickets. If they don't know about it, they need to get on YouTube and check out the videos. Soon I'll have lyrics. Soon I'll have all my lyrics put up on my website. So you'll be able to go to drmadvibe.com and look at all of my, I got lyrics. I have my videos on there. I got my releases. I got some merchandise available on there too. And so you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to read the lyrics, because the lyrics are important too, man. A lot of people, they don't really mention too much about that when you're talking about a release or an album.
Yeah. But it is important to you. I mean, just your poetry alone, It's real deep stuff. So, yeah, you definitely want to have that stuff available for people to really get into.
To see what's going on, because otherwise, a lot of the times, the lyrics just remain a sound right along with the music,
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe for the exception of the chorus, So if you really want to know what the artist is talking about and seeing in this world and everything, it's always good to check the lyrics out,
But I think you guys, you and Fishbone have kind of always done that. I mean, the lyrics have always been an important part of each song, even when the song is just meant to be just pure fun and hilarious. The lyrics are important, but once you guys started to get into more serious topics about diversity and racism and brotherhood and all that other stuff, it's very clear that the lyrical content was every bit as important as the musical content.
Oh yeah, sure, man. And I really urge everybody to check the lyrics out, because there's a lot of music that's going on nowadays really ain't worth too much a hill of beans, you know.
Right.
Especially a lot in the pop world. When I listen to what's going on right now, it ain't too much relevant content, at least in my opinion.
You don't think WAP had some deep lyrical meaning?
Oh, wet ass pussy. No shit. Okay.
Oh
well,
yeah. There was no getting around the lyrical content of that.
There's no getting around that, huh? Yeah, really good for intellectual stimulation on that one.
I heard that song and looked around the room to make sure my daughters weren't listening to this, because I know I'm alone here, right? So,
yeah, well, they're probably listening to it when you ain't around, man.
I'm sure they are.
Kids.
I'm sure that's true.
You know, all we could do for our kids, man, when it comes to like listening to shit like that or anything, is just make sure that they know that there is a choice. Yeah. There is an alternative to that. And what do you want to choose? Do you want to choose wet ass pussy, or do you want to choose smart ass brain? Right. Do you want to have both?
I think it's important. I mean, you have a daughter. I know totally what you're saying. I mean, you have a daughter. I got 3 daughters. I mean, I know exactly how you feel. I think exposing them to.
I got one.
Yeah, you got one. I got 3. I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah, no kidding. But
the girls club.
Oh yeah. Believe I'm floating on a tender bubble of estrogen every single day.
I know.
But the point is, it's really important to expose your kids to a lot of different things, and especially when it comes to to art and culture, and getting them thinking in more broad ways. I think that's so important for kids to understand, especially now, because they don't. I mean, they got the internet and TikTok videos, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, well, we live in the age of abbreviation, man. Age of abbreviation in every way. You know, you got LOL instead of laugh out loud. So you got that whole the abbreviation phenomenon right there.
Right.
And then when it comes to learning stuff, all you got to do is Google it, and it brings the information to you. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So a few months ago, there was a story out that you guys in Fishbone, much of the original members, were getting together to record an album. Fat Mike from NoFX was possibly producing it, possibly not producing it, and then you didn't hear a whole hell of a lot about what was going on after that. What is the story on that? Is there an album with Fishbone, and does it include a bunch of the original members? What's going on with that?
Yeah, well, it's been some personnel changes within the band, and so we had to get another drummer because Fish ain't there no more.
Right.
So now we have John Stewart back in the mix playing drums, and then we have Mark Phillips playing guitar with us. And we are going to be releasing something with Fat Mike.
Good. And when do you expect that to happen? Is that this year, next year?
That's going to be this year, man. Hopefully we can get it out this year. So yeah, it's been taking a while. Actually, it's been about 5 years, going on 6.
Wow. I know in the documentary you talked about feeling a little apprehensive about getting back together with some of the original members because, for any number of reasons. What changed between, back then and now? What was it that said, okay, now I'm ready to start reconsidering my stance there?
Well, damn, man, I can't even remember what the hell the reason was why we all ended up getting back together.
Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah. I mean, we got a call to get back together to play this wedding for Jeff Quantnitz. Jeff Quantnitz wanted all the original members back to play his wedding, and we played with Ice Cube somewhere at the Hampton in the East Coast. And so, yeah, and from there on out, well, I guess it was just a thing for a while,
I got married almost 4 years ago to my second wife. If I had known Fishbone was available for weddings, I would have hired you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we played a couple of weddings, man.
Oh my God, that would have been
And our
fantastic.
existence.
Amazing. So when you're playing with these guys now, again, and I know you've been playing with Norwood for so long, but to go back and to play with these guys, I mean, how does that feel? Does it feel? Is it comfortable? Is it awkward? I mean, how does that work out?
Well, the muscle memory is always there. The muscle memory of what we have been doing for the past couple of decades has always been there. But getting everybody to stretch out and past their boundaries as artists and musicians with the belief that us as individuals that we have can be difficult and somewhat challenging.
I'm sure.
And so that's the only uncomfortable part, especially after everybody done had kids and shit and divorce and, coming back and quitting the band and then coming back into the band and, so I guess it's growing pains, man. That's probably why it's taking as long as it's taken, because of the growing pains. But in the meanwhile, that's why I got the brand new step.
For just like what we said, at least you get what you want out of Fishbone, but then you get to express yourself in other ways, it's got to be real healthy mentally for you.
Oh, it really is, dude, because if you're sitting around waiting on somebody else to give the okay to step forward, but you're waiting on them to make that step forward with you, but you have to wait on them because of whatever beliefs that they have. You don't want to have to sit around and wait on that shit, man. God bless their heart, but you don't want to have to sit around waiting on that shit. If you feel like it's time for you to get up and take that brand new step, then goddamn it, you should be able to do it. And they shouldn't hate you for it.
Yep.
Or despise you for it. Should no pride, no ego get in the way. You should let a motherfucker take the goddamn step if you want to take it. Shit, and that's me. And I'm going to be there for Fishbone, of course. But while my brothers they're trying to figure it out, I'm taking these damn brand new steps, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking them all, shit. I'm taking them with the brand new step. I'm taking them with the missing links. I got the Bowie tour that's coming up through October and November. There's a Fishbone show in the middle. I got some missing link shows coming up here and there in San Diego and California and stuff like that. So, and that's a whole nother operation. The missing links. I got a double album coming out with them. A pre-order type of thing,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that Bowie thing. So Adrian Belew is involved in that. A bunch of other people.
Adrian Belew,
yeah,
Ava Cherry,
yeah,
and oh God, what the fuck is his name? What's the other guy's name, man? Goddamn, Todd Rundgren, right? Todd Rundgren.
He's the forgettable one, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that hasn't done very much.
Yeah, motherfucker done everything. Shit.
That sounds just amazing.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be fun, man. I get to put on my makeup and I get to do nigga Stardust. That's my character.
Hey, I want to ask you a little bit about one thing that I think you're the only person I know that's ever actually played one of these things, and it's the theremin, the Dr. Mad vibe. Tell me about how you discovered this thing and how you were able to master it, because it seems like it's not the simplest thing to master at all, because it relies so much on vibration and movement. Tell me a little bit about the theremin.
Well, so the theremin, I discovered it in Atlanta when Fishbone was doing the Tim Tim's Badass Revenge recording in the studio in the basement, and I was walking through the hallway and I passed it up, and it did whoop, just like I see in the movie. And I just went back where the whoop was, and I just kept playing with it, and, making them noises with it. And I picked it up, and my band hated me for a long time with it.
Well, because I think the first time I saw you playing it, I couldn't figure out what the hell it was.
Bitch is loud.
Well, there you go. No, but I think the first time I saw you play it, I was like, what the hell is that thing? What is that box that he's got on stage? And I could not figure out for the life of me what it was until, years later where I think, oh, that's a theremin, and that's what Angelo was playing. It's a cool instrument, but it sounds real difficult to get under your belt and do it right.
Well, yeah, because the notes are in the air. The notes are in the air, so you just got to feel the space in between each note. A certain space in between each note, man, where you put your hand, even if it's on the fret of a guitar, or the length of the strings in a piano,
Yeah.
or the space in between the notes on a saxophone or a trombone. The trombone is more like it's the closest to a theremin that I can compare.
I can totally see that because it's not like there are defined notes for you to play. You have to find the note and make sure that that's the right note.
That space, that small little space.
That's it.
You find that note.
That's it. That's interesting. That's one of those musical instruments that probably people have heard, obviously, but have no idea what the hell that is. Even if it pisses off everybody around you, I still think it's pretty damn cool.
Fuck it, man. They can kiss my ass with that shit.
You're going on the road with Fishbone in.
Dude, check this out. So look, almost forgot to say this, right? So at the show, I'm gonna have the brand new step release, and I'm gonna have it on credit card thumb drive. It's the double CD. It's like a double, like the double album. It's probably like it's both albums all on one card, and on the other card, I got the double album, but all in instrumentals, man.
No shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, so I'm really proud of that, and so I got that because people keep saying that CDs are going out of style. That's so shitty, but I gotta surrender somewhat if I want to try to stay up with the times.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, I'm still collecting CDs. I still got vinyl. In fact, if we were gonna do this on Zoom, I was gonna show you my big fat stack of Fishbone CDs. just to show you I'm not bullshitting you. I've been a long fan since the first EP, and I've just been enamored by you and by Fishbone. I think you may be one of the most underrated and unsung frontmen of all time. I don't think I've ever seen a band or a performer do what you guys used to do, and I assume still do. And since you and I are practically the same age, I don't know how you're still doing it, man, because I've slowed down. I am dragging my heels no matter where I go.
Dragging your heels no matter where you go. Huh? Well, I'm trying to take it easy.
Yeah. Well, you have
to take it easy because when it's time to get down there, you want to leave yourself available to catch a Holy Ghost when you're in that music environment. You want to be able to catch it and let it take you and treat you nice.
That's right.
You can't do that with some broken ass bones.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. And the problem is the moment you hit 50, everything starts falling off of you, and then you realize, holy shit, I'm not 21 anymore. And in your head you are, but in your body is saying, oh no,
in your head
oh no,
are,
Gramps.
Your body's some whole different shit. So,
that's right. Settle down, Gramps.
No. Actually, I ain't at the Gramps yet. I'm at the uncle stage.
Well, good. Well, I'm in no rush for that shit either. It's one step at a time, kids. Get through college, get your education, and then we can start talking about turning me into a grandpa, but not yet. Oh man. Hey, Angelo, I like I said, I am so pleased to talk to you. I'm so happy for you with brand new step. You got the shows at the Rickshaw Stop this week. I can't wait until new music comes out and to see Fishbone again and even brand new step. If you ever make it out to the East Coast, I can't wait to see you.
So where are you calling from, the East Coast right now?
Calling from Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. Yeah, I think when the brand new step did tour, because we've done 2 successful tours, man, and we were out there in the East Coast.
Yeah, I think you were in Connecticut for a couple of shows, and of course I missed them.
And I think Massachusetts. I think. I know it's been a really long time.
Well, it's again, it's great. It's great to talk to you, and I hope we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, well, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it, man, and make sure you remind everybody to check out the website. That's drmadvibe.com, drmadvibe.com, and I got my lyrics on there for a lot of my stuff, including some of the brand new step lyrics, man.
Can't wait. Angelo, great to talk to you. Have a great day. Travel safe, okay?
All right. Take care now.
Take care, Angelo.
All right. Peace.
Angelo freaking Moore. Unbelievable. Again, Angelo is going to be coming through New England with the David Bowie tribute concert with Adrian Belew and Todd Rundgren at Beverly, Mass. and in New Haven later in Connecticut. Make sure you check out all the places you can buy tickets, plus new music on the way from Fishbone and the brand new Step. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always email me at bax@rock102.com. I'd love to know what you think. And thanks again for listening to Baxi's Musical Podcast.